Hello, everyone. This is the World Junior Online tournament here. Actually, and we are in the first round of the tournament. There's a four-round tournament. Juniors are, of course, kids, chess players that are under 18 years old, and that's who we have today. And so let's get into some of the games. This is an online quick rated tournament rated by USCF. What's going on, Crocodemo? What's up? Cat Jam. What is that, man? All right, let's get into some of these games. We're watching Leon 1357 versus Cricket 7890. As we see, Cricket has about 12 minutes to Leon's 11 minutes, so time is pretty decent. But right now, Cricket has a pawn advantage here. Now, as far as the Lichess ratings are concerned, Cricket has a advantage there, almost 200 points above, and currently is up a pawn. But Leon 1357 is a very strong player. He plays the move c4. He's just trying to create some weaknesses on the queen side. Makes a lot of sense. He has to really watch his king side. Oh, that is a very nice move here. Bishop to e6 pins the pawn on c4. And then maybe Leon is forced to play the move knight to d2. There you go. But if Leon could kind of isolate one of these pawns, maybe, then that could be make up for being down a pawn in the future. Maybe give him a chance to maybe pull out a draw, being down this pawn here. That was a excellent move here, rook to b8. Maybe we'll see the move queen a3. That looks like that could work. Or even queen to c3. But actually, after queen to c3 or queen a3, b4 is an, I'm sorry, queen a3, there is a6 pawn here, and I don't know if you could take this. It looks to be dangerous if the queen even comes to a3 and be able to take a6, because the a2 pawn is hanging. There's rook a8. There could be some problems there. So black is definitely better in this game. Oh, Crocodemo, man, how old are you, bro? How old are you? And what's your rating? How old are you, and do you have a rating? That's what I want to know, man. Okay, let's go to another game here. Number 2, Johnny Stick versus Mark Sheenan. Johnny Stick is completely winning this game here. You got a queen and 3 pawns versus a rook here, and so it's just a matter of time for Johnny Stick to win this game. And as far as Lichess ratings concerned, now, of course, Lichess ratings are not the USCF ratings. We are not using these ratings to rate the tournament. I actually believe Mark Sheening is around like 874, and maybe Johnny Stick is a little bit higher than that. So Johnny Stick is the highest over the board player, but still, you know, it doesn't. Seeing that Johnny Stick is up by so much, this was more of an even matchup than you might think. As Johnny Stick looks like he's going to get another queen. Really doesn't need that, but why not? And we're gonna go to another game here. Oh man, Crocodemo, you are 11 and all right. So ECF is a European chess federation, right? No, they're not 1800. Like we might have someone like 1300. I think that's the ECF rating. I guess that's European Chess Federation. I wonder what that rating would be in the United States. English Chess Federation. Okay, that's cool. Hey, Crocodemo, who's your do you have any favorite players from England? Because I know I've read a lot of good chess books by English authors, especially like Andrew Martin. Man, I know like Nigel Short is from there. Who's your favorite player from England? Ah. Ah, Russian, just live in England. Ah, so you have Russian, your players, your favorite players are from Russia. Yeah, man, so many players there. My favorite player is from Russia. My favorite player is Anatoly Karpov. Yep. I seen your variation too, Crocodemo, and that looks like it's right. Let's go to another game. This is over here. So Johnny Stick wins that game. Let's see. Lightning Alex. It's Alex Al versus Albert Lee. Albert L 2020. This looks like a pretty good matchup here. The material is even. White has a little space advantage here. And I actually think that one of the most talented, and of course, Lightning Alex is a Implodian, one of my private students, and also one of the most talented up and coming students that I have. Hasn't played many over the board tournaments. I believe his over the board rating is around 900 USCF, United States Chess Federation, for all of my English, Russian, or whoever's watching there on Twitch and YouTube. I think he's very talented. Look at this, his control over the center here with space. Look at his placement of his bishops here. Look at this knight here, and now he wants to he crashes in with the e5 push. Yeah, why not? I thought maybe he could add more tension to the position by playing rook to c1. He is really using his clock here. He has 6 minutes compared to Albert Lee's 11:41. I thought a rook c1 would be a good one because you can potentially put pressure on the c7 pawn down at 5. I do not like him trading off here though. He should have taken with the pawn, making the bishop move to another square. I don't necessarily like the trade-off. Usually when you have a space advantage, you want to keep the pieces on the board to give your opponent a chance to go wrong. Instead, Alex is just looking for looks like an outpost here. Oh, that was a big giant mistake here. Knight to e7 is beaming. Albert Lee made a quick move in seconds here, and you notice the time. Albert Lee has been moving fast for the whole game. 11 minutes compared to Lightning Alex 5 minutes. It shows the time that Lightning Alex takes in this game to find the most accurate moves. Knight e7, which forks the king and the queen, and that is going to be it for Albert Lee against Lightning Alex. Ah, man, Grandmaster Nordiski, Crocodemo. Yeah, Nordiski. I guess he is Russian, even though he lived in the U.S. for a long time. Danil Dubov. I like Danil Dubov. Very exciting games. Oh, you like Chess Bras, Eric Hansen, I think Amon Hambleton, who's part of Chess Bras. Um, yeah, man, E5. Yep. He did play E5. He should have kept the pressure on it a little bit, but hey, you can't argue with a knight on E5 either. Knight take D6 and then E5. Ah, got it. Right now it's just pretty much cleanup duty for Alex Zhao. But the problem now is to make sure you do not catch the winning disease. And the winning disease, for those of you who don't know, is when you're up material. And it happens in sports. I used to be a basketball coach, and someone's up 20 points. And it usually, if someone's up 20 points earlier in the game, the other team usually comes back because the team that has an advantage relaxes. And so that's what you want to fight against, relaxing here. We should expect the move rook d2. I mean rook e7, threatening checkmate on g8, and also the c7 pawn here. That should come. I would play like rook e7, rook g8, and then maybe the move d5 to make sure this knight never gets into the game, and then I can just clamp my position and drive home the win. Are there any more games? Or is this the last one? Oh yeah, there's still Leon 1357 versus Cricket. Yeah, I know Crocodimo. Albert, he didn't resign, but I tell people this, don't resign until you realize why you should, right? So there was a time, I'm pretty sure, Crocodimo, where you didn't resign when you had a lower understanding, right? So, like, in the beginning of your chess life, Crocodimo, it was a point in your life where you thought a king could checkmate another king. It was, because that was the beginning, right? And you didn't understand that what kings can't touch or whatever. And so now, if you are playing another person and you have like a queen and a king versus just their king, you laugh at them because they don't resign. But there was a moment where you didn't resign too. Oh, you were playing a cheater? Wow. Did they notify you that it was a cheater? Was it on Lichess or what? All right, so we're looking at Leon 1357 versus Cricket 169. This is gonna come down to the wire here. Leon 1357 is currently down a pawn, but trying to put pressure on the c6 pawn for sure. Cricket defended the c6 pawn with rook c8. I still like black. Black has his passed e pawn. D4 pawn that looks really well. He's gonna be looking to play c5 and c4 at the right moment. I can visualize this knight jumping to f5 and then maybe to d5 as well, and even to e3. So black is completely better in this position. He did play knight to f4. Wow. Okay, so he is threatening knight e2 check, which would fork the king and the rook there. Also, you have problems with the g2 square, queen to g5. This is a big problem here. So I'm gonna guess that we're gonna see the move maybe rook c2 or maybe rook d2. Rook d2 might be better. That should cover the g2 square and stop the knight to e2 push, or knight to e2 check there. That is, you know what? That sound, man, sorry for that. I have a tournament man. It's like a, I know it's like a Superman sound. I have a tournament coming up for myself at around 2 o'clock. And so that page, I have to keep this page open, and every so often the page makes that noise. I know it's annoying. All right, so he chooses to play rook to e1 instead, putting pressure, but he's still gonna face some problems with queen to g5 or queen g6, and so this is a big problem here. Queen g6 might even be worse because you're threatening checkmate and knight to d3, forking the two rooks. This is a big problem for Leon 1357. The only thing I think that could help him is the fact that he is up a little bit more time. If he can move a little faster, maybe he can put pressure on his opponent. And look at this move, d3, still threatening knight to e2 check. Nothing has changed. I don't know, maybe, okay, so he plays this here. I thought maybe he could look at the move rook to c5, double attacking the pawn there on e5. Still, he has the problem of the g2 pawn here. So there's some problems here. All right, so you say queen, yeah, queen g6, yeah, Crocodemo, yes, that was a good move, queen g6. That was definitely a good move, but I don't think his move d3 is not that bad at all either. So, I mean, black is just completely, I think, winning this game at this point. The only difference is just the time. There's queen g6 threatening g2. We could see a move like rook d2 here, knight h3, king f1. Maybe knight h3 isn't as good. But after rook d2, there's also bishop to h3 as well. That could be possible. I mean, this is just a great attack. Remember, the knight and queen are the best attackers when you're attacking the king. That's the best combination there, those two. He does play rook d2. My rating on Lichess is around 2250 on Lichess. Yeah. Knights tournament. Is that a big tournament in England? All right, so bishop h3. This is just this is a this is a big problem here. This is a big problem here for Leon 1357. Let's check in on any other games here. Yep, this is the last game here, as we thought Lightning Alex, Johnny Stick has won their game, and the last game is the Leon 1357 against Cricket. Wow. Okay, so there you go. Knight to e2. It's actually, whoa. So he really didn't really think about that well. Leon moved kind of fast there. Oh, but I think you're gonna have rook takes f3. That's why I thought he moved kind of fast, because if king f2, you did have rook takes on d3 as a possibility. But there was also a move e4 after king f2, so that could have been a problem too, I guess. And then you play f4. So yeah, it could be some problems, but he didn't think long enough there. And in a position where your king is being attacked, you just have to really, really try to make the most accurate moves just to hang on. All right. I don't know about this move here because you have now Leon has queen takes d5. I'm sorry, queen takes d3. I don't see any beneficial checks. So he did play queen takes d3, hitting the knight twice. That's what I mean. Cricket has pressure on the clock. Also, the winning disease. He relaxed. He thought he was winning. He's much better in the position. And he is releasing some of the tension, some of that attacking tension that he had uh, previously. And of course, if he goes here, he's going to trade off the queens. And Leon is going to be feeling a little better. Still, I think Black has um, some big threats, but he's gonna feel a little better if those queens come off the board. So this could be, a problem for Cricket, and it's putting more stress on his clock as he's thinking right now he's gonna fall under 3 minutes. Oh, that's right, Crocodimo. And actually we have the Western music too. I don't know if you hear that, but it's all old school for sure. Ah, knight takes g3 on 34th move. Let me check that out, bro. Let's see. Knight takes g3 for black. No, yep, for black here, right? So knight takes g3. Oh yeah, yeah, that could be something. Even though I don't see checkmate yet, though. But why not? So knight takes g3. You get 2 pawns for the piece. The rook does cover the checking square, so right now you don't have any checking square, but you are attacking the rook here on e1. So how would he proceed here? Oh no, you would just go rook takes. Yeah, rook takes d3, I think, because now the bishop covers the rook on e1. There's no checks here. Oh, no, I'm sorry. You can't do that because the rook would not cover the check, though. So, yeah, that could be something there. That could be something. I guess you do have the move rook to g1. So, maybe that might... You would have to really calculate that really well. Because you sacrifice the piece, you got to make sure you're going to cash in. And I don't really see a cash-in move just yet. You maybe if I took 2 minutes to analyze that, probably be worth it. Right. Yeah, knight takes g3 is a check, but after h takes g3 and queen takes g3, there's no more checks there. You have queen is attacking the f3 pawn, which could be a check. And the queen is also attacking the rook here, so I guess the f3 pawn could be a problem. Maybe. Yeah, that could be a problem. Could be. Maybe. It looks good. It looks good. Yeah, right. I seen that. So after rook g1, queen takes f3 check. So yeah, he has to guard the check on f3. That looks like that's the biggest problem. Crocodimo. Yeah, that looks like that is the biggest problem is the f3 pawn after knight takes g3, h takes g3, queen takes g3. How do you protect the f3 pawn? Because oh wait, if you go queen takes d3, then your queen takes on e1 check. You don't want to do that. You can't go rook takes d3 because then the queen takes on e1. Oh no, I'm sorry, not on e1. The queen just goes to g2 for checkmate. So yes, f3 looks like it's a problem. Definitely does. Leon 1357 here is currently thinking. Oh, let's get back to the game. Queen f5. Ah, so this is what happened. Leon did not trade those queens, though. Oh, man. Wow. He didn't trade the queens just yet. And I actually think Leon is fighting back. Cricket is actually down to 1 minute. This is a problem. This is a problem. What'd you say, Crocodile? Out calculated? What does that mean? All right, so rook to d8, putting the same rook on the queen here. I think Leon has now fought back. And he does trade queens here. And there could be a problem here with this e5 pawn too. 57 seconds on the clock. I don't know if Cricket is a bullet player. I'm not sure. Wow, look at this g4 here. This bishop is running out of squares, guys. So this bishop here on h3, this really has taken a turn. What defense from Leon 1357, a veteran for sure. Oh, he takes on f3. Wow. He took a pawn there. And I guess he's doing that to save his bishop. 36 seconds for Cricket and 2 minutes for Leon 1357. I love how Leon is using his time here. Really thinking on how he's going to capture this back. This is beautiful time management here. I love this. With something that Leon 1357 has struggled with in past tournaments. And so he's made a great improvement today with time management. You said bishop takes g4? Yeah. Bishop takes g4. Yeah, it looks like it's just a free pawn, doesn't it? That's what it looks like, but what's happening here? Bishop takes g4. Yeah. Definitely could have played that. The rook is pinned. Bishop takes g4. There's no threats, I don't think. Yeah. I don't know, but it's not winning though. I mean, like you win a pawn for sure. White doesn't have to take that. Maybe even has knight to c4 or bishop takes here. There's some moves that he could play. So winning is too far. But yes, he should have did that instead of what he's doing now. What happened here? Leon did not. Oh, that's a big blunder. Wow. Leon just moves the king to g1, and this is a blunder. What is going on here? Am I missing something? Isn't this rook free? What happened? What? Rook takes on e3. That was a free rook. I do not know what's happening here. Leon has 23 seconds and Cricket has 19 seconds here. He did take there. Oh, and there's a mate threat now. Oh, wow. This does not look good at all. That was just a terrible move. Uh-oh, he has to watch it. Oh, and he loses the rook here. But white is still better. Maybe. Gotta go bishop takes e5 and get rid of that passed pawn. That was an important passed pawn for black there. And remember, you have 5-second increments, so it's still hard to run out of time. You make a couple good moves, and there you are. And so this game has completely changed. Looks like Leon is going to be bringing his king to the center of the board. That's a nice move. Stopping. He wants to stop the king h5 move. Yeah, right. You escape without losing material, but you're just not quite winning. But I understand. Yeah, that was definitely his best move. Crocodimo, what is your Lichess rating? Shout out to everybody that's watching us on YouTube and Twitch and Facebook. I am Coach Brian, and this is the World Junior Online. We are sponsored by Wonderful Clothing Line. You can check out this clothing line at BCW Arts, bcwarts.com, started by a University of Michigan art and design student. Oh man, Leon gets the C pawn here, and now you're gonna have a 2 versus 1 pawn majority. I see, Crocodimo, 1800, pretty good, brother. Pretty good. I think Leon is just putting right here. Oh, he almost ran out of time there. Lucky for the increment. He takes there. Okay, and he's gaining some time now. What are you doing? Okay, I was about to say, is he trying to draw the game? This is a winning game for white. You have increment. Oh, he can't take that because of rook takes. He notices it. Look at that check there. Oh, and he drops the rook to the check, and Leon misses knight to f4 check, which would have won the rook. Leon has to see it's time to move his 2 versus 1 pawn majority at some point. Here he goes. He's stopping. He wants to bring his king to the center of the board. He's trying to figure out a way, a method. Here he goes. He's looking kind of nervous, biting his nails here. Where does he go? Does he go to the left or the right here? He goes towards the center. There he goes. He's going to block the check with his knight here, because he wants to bring a more active king. Maybe he goes knight here, check. He does. And then maybe bishop check. Oh, he brings the rook in there. One thing, I think he can move his king forward. Oh, he does not do that. But he does realize he does have the time. Now what he could do is bishop a5, because there can't be you can't cover this here. But now there could be a problem. That is a problem. He could have defended that pawn in a different way. Wow. Wow, this is looking very suspect here with this passed pawn now. that doesn't work, he can just push that. And there you go. He's going to win the piece here. Uh-oh. Wow, that makes it even worse here. And then that's going to be a queen. Ouch, and Leon has going to drop this game here. Wow. Wow. What a turn of events for Leon 1357. Dropping that game there. What he had to do was push his 2 versus 1 on the other side of the board. He really didn't understand what to do there, and then he loses that game. Oh man, that's heartbreaking loss for Leon 1357. Oh man. um all right, guys. Yeah, I see you, Crocodimo. Those are really good ratings. We're gonna take a break. We're gonna be back in 15 minutes. 15 minutes. We'll be back for the round 2 of the World Junior Online.
Is there a live stream? Alex, can you send it in the chat? Can you send the live stream in the chat? Can you send the live It doesn't show. Yeah. It doesn't show. No,
Yes, it does.
Yeah. It doesn't show.
All right, everybody, we are we are back. World Junior Online. I am Coach Brian. Shout out to our sponsor, wonderful clothing line, really dope art, uh, unique graphic T-shirts and hoodies. Check it out. Artist is from University of Michigan Art and Fashion School, and he has his own clothing line. Wonderful clothing line. You can buy this clothing at bcwarts.com, bcwarts.com. Also, if you would like to become an Implodian, that means myself, teach you. You can get lessons, and all you have to do is go to MichiganJuniorChessArena.com, MichiganJuniorChessArena.com, or contact us at ImplodianChess@gmail. IMPLODIAN chess@gmail. All right, we're getting right back into the World Junior Online here. Last round was a barn burner. The game between Cricket and Leon 1357. That was a heck of a game there. And Leon goes down there at the end, even though Leon 1357 was winning here. This time in this game, our first game we're observing here is the matchup with Lightning Alex and Cricket 7890. Cricket 7890. It's my boy Ayush. And Cricket has the white pieces, 7 pawns here. It looks like this started out as maybe it was a Catalan. I don't know. Let's see here. C4. Oh, playing the English here is Ayush. Queen C2. Nice position from Ayush. But black is okay here. Lightning Alex goes back Queen D8. I don't really like that move because he moved kind of fast here. I think he could have did better by keeping his pressure on A2, and I mean pressure because the queen is defending, the rook is defending that pawn, but of course those heavy pieces have better things to do than defend the pawn. So we can go Queen A6, attacking the E2 pawn, and then white has to find a defense for that pawn, and then we can develop our bishop maybe to D7, and we should be okay there. And maybe even this knight can actually hop to the C4 square. So he really should have thought about where he was going to put his queen. Now we see Rook B8. This gives black a problem, because the problem bishop that black has is this bishop on C8. It's blocked by the pawn on E6 now. You can't even go bishop B7 because a rook takes B7. And if you play B6, then the bishop on the long diagonal is going to be a problem. You can even look at moves like knight E5. It's just not looking good at all. So white is definitely in a better position. Definitely. All right, shout out to everybody that's watching us live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel. I am Coach Brian. I'm going to be doing these streams. Sometime I stream when I'm playing, and then sometime I just stream the tournaments that I actually give, because I'm a tournament organizer as well. This is one of the tournaments, World Junior Online, and of course we use the platform Lichess.org. Oh yeah, Crocodemo. That is some of the kids. There were the kids talking because we meet on Zoom, and some of that audio might have came through. We meet on, so all these kids that you see on Lichess, they're actually on Zoom. So this is a rated tournament, United States Chess Federation, and to make sure that there's no type of cheating, we meet on Zoom, cameras, so cameras can watch them play. So everything is about fair play, bro. Fair play. All right. Very nice position for Cricket 7-890. If I have to judge anyone who's in the best form, I think it would be Cricket 7-8. Well, let me not say that. He had an attack, kind of went left here, but he's probably the favorite to win this. He has a 1047 USCF rating. That makes him the highest rated so far. Let's go back here. Let's go to another game. Let's take a look at Johnny Stick versus Leon 1357. What happened there? Oh, okay. So Leon is now up a piece here. So I was wondering if he could bounce back from such a disappointing loss the last round. Looks like he's looking good here, up a solid piece. Has control over the open B file here. We should expect moves like Rook to B2 on the second rank. Remember, rooks go to files and then they thrive on ranks. So Rook B2, attacking the C2 pawn here, bringing the other rook over. This should be a easy win for Leon 1357. Albert Lee versus Mark Sheenan from out of New York. I don't know where Albert Lee is from. Where's Albert Lee from? But I know Mark Sheenan is from New York. Yeah, I was trying to see where, I think Albert Lee is from like Illinois or something. I have to check that out again. But Albert L 2020 versus Mark Sheenan. This already looks to be a problem for Mark Sheenan here. He is down a whole rook. Actually, it's a bishop. No, he's down a rook and a knight. How did this happen? First of all, these two players have definitely moved way too fast. So that's definitely how it happened. D5 was played here. Oh, and then the move D4 by Albert L, who obviously knows how to play this Italian game really well. Wait, bishop to B6. And I thought he could have played. Yeah, maybe it's okay. Bishop B6 castle, and then maybe he could have played the move bishop to G4. That would have put a lot of pressure on the D4 pawn. Big time pressure on the D4 pawn. But he goes queen to F6 and then just drops the knight on D5. Oh, and then he thought he was attacking the pin, taking a piece because it's pinned, but he didn't realize the knight is attacking his queen too. And so that's how this all happened. Wow. And so those are all moves made out of haste. That means a little too fast in those moves there. Now Mark is thinking, but it might be too late there for Mark. All right, so back to Lightning Alex versus Cricket. This looks like the marquee game. Oh, already there's a problem here. What happened here? Lightning Alex takes there, which that was his best pawn here. This C pawn is the only pawn that gives him a space advantage. He takes here, and after the take, it's just the queen is on this open file. He plays a5 here. Maybe he wanted to bring the knight in, and he just didn't pay attention to d5. So after bishop e7, d5, and this is a problem here. Yeah, this is a big problem, and looks like I don't see any other way for him to save the piece. And Cricket 7890 after that last game is in really good form here. Lightning Alex is going below 8 minutes. The only thing he could really hope for, he's going to win a pawn for the piece. I'm just looking at, is there any moves that he could make? It just doesn't look good here at all. Just doesn't look good here. I know he's looking. I just don't see anything here. And so Lightning Alex is gonna Lightning Alex is losing this game here. And this is the first time these guys played it. There is a tally that's kept on Lichess when they've played each other on the website. And Lightning Alex and Cricket 7890 is the first time they have ever matched up. Let's go to another game. Johnny Stick versus Leon 1357. Johnny Stick here, who won his first game, is losing this game against Leon. 4 pawns and a bishop versus a pawn here. Pretty easy victory for Leon 1357. As long as he doesn't allow any stalemates, he should go on to win this game. Albert 2020 versus Mark Sheenan. This is still now Albert has a knight or a rook advantage. No, I'm sorry. A rook and a knight advantage here. This is just a completely losing position for Mark Sheenan. Albert L 2020 is winning this game here. The rook c1. There's no. Hey, Coach Bird, what's going on, Coach Bird? Thank you for participating in the World Junior Online Tournament. One of the best coaches in Michigan for the multiple champion Bates Elementary and Middle School. Thank you for joining the stream. Crocodemo, their Lichess ratings are, oh, you know what? You can't see the Lichess ratings here, but you know, the highest one, I think they're mostly 1600s. If you, I believe, Cricket is a 1751. So there we go. So 1751 is the highest of the group as far as Lichess is concerned. Oops. Sorry, guys. All right. All right. So Johnny Stick does lose that game there, unfortunately. So let me refresh this here. Lightning Alex versus Cricket. We know that Lightning Alex was going to lose that piece. He did lose the piece here. Now it looks even worse because now there's a pawn on b7 plus the rook is hitting the queen. This is just a resignable position. How did he handle it? He moved g6 here, and then played okay, but then didn't realize that there was a check that was played there, and then this is just completely losing. And Lightning Alex down to 4 minutes, but this is just a completely lost game there. Albert L, is this a possibility for Mark Sheening to come back? I guess it's possible, but this doesn't look good either. Look at the strong knight there on d4. Queen is on the 7th rank here. Rooks are ready to enter into the 7th rank as well. Knight knight is hitting the queen here. b6 pawn is being threatened as well. This is just not looking good here for Mark Sheening. Albert L should go on to win this game too. So this might be a quick round. Now these players will be playing into the end. They could resign in some of these positions, get some rest and retool, but they're trying to play it, hoping for a miracle, some type of Hail Mary there. I don't blame them. But this is just completely lost here. As we see knight f5 here. Maybe a little queen g3 is the threat here, threatening checkmate there. The rook is going to be coming down to either d8 or d7. d8 to trade the rooks off, or d7 to put pressure on f7. This is just not looking good at all. He even has knight to d6, forking the rook in the f7 pawn. That's what he does. Only way to defend f7 is to play rook f8. Then you're gonna be able to bring the other rook over. It's just a this is just a completely winning game for Albert. There it goes again. Rook e1, threatening rook e8. Completely winning game there. Shout out to everybody that's watching us on YouTube and Twitch and Facebook. And there we go. We see the trade there. He goes queen takes f7, and then after king to h7 or h8, probably going to get knight takes e8, threatening checkmate there. The only way to stop this is not that way. Now you have queen takes g7 because there's nothing defending that, so that is game there. Okay. And there's only one more game left. That is Lightning Alex versus Cricket 7890. This is this is another example of I don't see a comeback at all here. Look at the bishop on a5 here. If you take on a5, then queen takes e7 check. You can't block with the rook because queen takes f7 check there. That is a problem. And I don't see any way. So only thing I can see is probably you can play queen to this is a resignable position. If you go queen to e8, then comes the move bishop to c6. There is also bishop c6. You can play bishop to e4 if you just don't want to give up your rook. How about rook e1? That works as well. Rook e1. This queen has nowhere to go. You can't go to f7 because of the knight there. Where do you go? Queen, maybe? Oh, this is just bad. Queen has nowhere to go, guys. If you go queen 2, you can't go anywhere. Everywhere is bad. This is everywhere is bad. Ayush is doing which is cricket, is doing a great job here in this game. I can't find a move for Lightning Alex. I literally can't. You know, this is an excellent game from Cricket 7890, keeping the tension in the position. There is no move here. The only thing I can possibly see is maybe just taking the knight and give up the queen for the 2 pieces, but completely lost, man. Take on g5, bishop takes e8, rook takes e8. You still have this bishop here. He did that, but it's just completely lost. It is. And here we don't even have to take the queen. We could have played like bishop 2. He goes bishop c3 check. King is probably going to hide on h6, so you're going to get, oh, whoa, he goes towards the center of the board. I really didn't like that. I mean, he should have been able to try to get out of here, but I guess he still would have problems here on this diagonal as well. You imagine a queen on g7, so that could be a problem too. This is just completely lost here. Look at the rook coming in. We don't mind sacrificing an exchange in this position like this either. He does take a rook here, but I don't think Cricket 789 even cares. Look at the pin on the rook here. We're going to be able to take this here for free. Trapping probably the king on the back rank. Maybe he could run here, hope for some stalemates, something like that, but I just don't see it happening. Lightning Alex now has 40 seconds left. He's gonna have to go back, and hopefully he goes and analyzes this game from the beginning, because his position wasn't as bad until he didn't ask himself the questions, which is, are there any checks? Can a piece be attacked more times than protected? And can a piece be attacked at greater value? And that is the question that he didn't ask himself when he got his piece trapped or his queen pinned. Wow, look at this here. You got to move a pawn. Okay. Wow. And then, yep, and then there it goes. Checkmate. That should be the last game of the round here. And we actually, we're going to stop there. I know I'm streaming, but I actually have a tournament myself, guys. I have a tournament myself. So I can't stream while I'm doing that tournament. I don't think I can. And I'm going to try my best to concentrate. I'm going to be organizing a tournament and playing a tournament at the same time. I know that's going to be hard. Thank you for joining this stream. We just did the 2 rounds. Continue to follow this tournament, World Junior number 14. You can find that on Lichess to follow what's happening. Shout out to our sponsor, Wonderful Clothing Line. You can get that clothing at bcwarts.com. If you want to become an Imploding or register for future World Junior online tournaments, you can go to MichiganJuniorChessArena.com, MichiganJuniorChessArena.com to sign up for your lessons and sign up for those future tournaments there as well. But other than that, I am Coach Brian. Thank you for joining this stream. Have a good day.